Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 shortcuts that have helped me become a faster C++ programmer in Visual Studio. So let's get started. Number 1, Control Comma. You might see yourself wasting a lot of time going through the directory just looking for that one file that you need to edit over and over again. By using Control Comma, you get a prompt where you can quickly type the name of the file, and when selected, you hit enter and this will open the file and have it ready for you to start coding. Number 2, Control K, Control O. In C++, we're often required to work on our header and implementation files simultaneously. And alternatively to having both files open side by side, one can hold the Control key and then hit the K followed by the O key in order to change between the header file and the implementation file. Number 3, Control left or right. Traversing through code horizontally can be quite tedious, especially when those function names and variable names tend to be quite long. So instead of using your arrow keys, you can hold Control while using the arrow keys, and this will traverse through text word by word rather than character by character. Additionally, you can hold the Shift key, which will also do a selection of the traverse code, making it easier to copy those long variable names or function names or whatever that it is that you have selected. Number 4, Alt-Shift-Dot. When trying to select the word that your cursor is currently in, do Alt-Shift-Dot and this will automatically select the entire word. Subsequently, you can continue to push this hotkey and this will select the following occurrences. This can be quite useful when you're trying to rename a variable that perhaps you had a change of heart or you found a better name for it. Number 5, Alt caps up or down. Perhaps you're just trying to organize some code, or perhaps you found a logical error and you would like to shift the line of code up or down. By holding the Alt and caps lock key and pushing the up and down arrows, you can shift this line of code where your cursor is up and down. Additionally, you can do a selection of lines, and doing the same hotkey will shift all those lines up by 1 or down by 1. Bonus, Control X. Now we all know that Control X cuts a selection, but what happens when you do Control X when there is no selection? By pushing Control X, you can cut the entire line where your cursor is. Then you can go and squeeze that line between whatever the cursor is and the line above. This can be quite useful when you're trying to move a piece of line of code, similarly to the previous hotkey, but instead, maybe you want to just move it to another file or something like that. Additionally, I like to use Control X when I try to delete several lines of code. By simply holding Control X down, this will repeatedly delete or cut several lines of code. Of course, you don't want to hold it too much as you might get rid of some precious lines of code. And that's it. I believe if you embrace some of these shortcuts and you practice them, this will help you be a much more efficient and faster C++ programmer using Visual Studio. But hey, if you have a hotkey that you couldn't live without, share it in the comments. I would also like to learn what other hotkeys people use in order for them to program much more faster and efficiently. If you found any of these hotkeys useful and you don't mind, leave a like. If you're new to this channel, check it out. If you like what you see, subscribe, be safe, and peace out.